can't really take it, any sort of. I have no problem with what he does with that stuff. Like, but he'll kick it a little bit differently than Ringo, but it sounds great. Like, he'll add a fill here or there. Like,
well, you figure if somebody's going to have a thing to say about it, is his, the guy at the front of the stage, right? I mean, if he, if Paul McCartney doesn't have a problem with what he's playing, then how can we complain?
And I would think that Paul McCartney's probably got a lot of James Brown in him in that sense. That's $50. You know what I mean? Like,
if he drops a beat,
you're playing exactly the way Paul wants you to do it.
Right,
Probably not a lot of room for improv.
Trust me, I got it right.
Because it's going to cost you. Yeah, I can see that. Playing for Sir Paul. You can play it his way.
All right, cool. Fellas. So what else we got?
I don't know. I mean, I crossed everything off my list. And John? I mean, it's...
No, I mean, I've been such a scramble of traveling and work and resettling and resetting up. My brain is a bit of a scramble.
You're in New York State right now. Yeah. Upstate, I should say.
You can't give that. You can't disclose his location.
I'm in a secret location.
He's in the bunker.
Where's your mic stand? Where's your mic stand? Is what it like?
My mic stand is in Brooklyn. I'm in a bunker near Newburgh Airport.
Yeah.
I honestly thought like we were going to do this. When you got back to New York, upstate, and that you had left all your gear up there, and there was never going to be a possibility. Earlier you had said, I didn't think you like travel, like schlepping that stuff back and forth.
Oh, I've done radio shows from California, from Austin, Texas, from Atlanta, from Florida. I have my little tote bag.
I was going to say, you got your suitcase. You're right. You have everything packed in your suitcase.
I will. I'm going to do a little bit of a review here, a product though that I indulged in.
Okay.
You guys, you probably didn't make much of an impact. I sent it out. I was intrigued by it, but I went and I became a purchaser of a product that goes by the name of Dadgrass. This is these are in fact they say on them low dose, full toke, like your parents used to smoke. And it is a very low THC weed that comes in these they're these big almost like they're Chris, they're kind of like the
retro
spaghetti western ones you smoke, you have those
DeJarms.
Yes
yeah.
And the thing is, so tried it out on a little stroll around the town of Fleischmann's here, and all it did, I guess it mellowed me out a little, but it was kind of like smoking a harsh cigarette. So I these guys were like endorsing it, saying, "Oh no, it's a good little mellow. Like it's not the psychotic weed you get these days," and blah blah. But it was barely anything. I slept better, I guess.
That's what I need. I mean, I need baby weed if I'm gonna.
This is beyond baby weed. This was the. We were arguing whether or not we're
at a head shop.
No, I ordered this. It came in the mail. It's a low enough though. It's like 3 milligrams of THC, so it's within legal limit.
I didn't know that there was a limit, like that the federal government, state government, whoever.
No, but I still haven't. It hasn't answered my problem. I guess maybe once they have dispensaries up here, and I could say like, do you have any real dad weed? Like, I want my. Just take the seeds out of it. I want it like just like in 8th grade.
Yeah. Back when I remember smoking it.
Well, you call it like freshman weed or something. I don't know.
Yeah, or 80s weed.
Put that up, and I just thought it was weed. I just thought like, it's dad weed, but I thought it was weed.
It was promoted.
It was.
Well, it's it is. It is.
Right.
It smells like it. My fucking sock drawer stinks like it, but
I thought you were going to talk tech equipment related to the
You can walk
podcast.
down the street. You can walk down the street in New York where it's not legal, right?
It is
you can't
actually.
just open.
It's you absolutely can open it. Your only thing you can stop is just like where you could smoke a cigarette, you can smoke one of these.
No.
But
I'm saying, but marijuana itself is still not like that's not legal. In New
You're
York.
allowed to possess it. It's legal. It's passed in New York State now.
It did happen. So why isn't there any dispensaries in New York yet?
So that they were setting up all the rules for dispensaries and cafes, and actually they had a deadline of December 31st where you could opt out. And so a lot of towns opted out because the rules have been established, right? So they don't know what they were opting into. So anybody who didn't opt out automatically will be allowed to have cafes and dispensaries. You were able to opt out. It's like, well, we'll have cafes, but we won't have dispensaries, or we'll have nothing. And so a lot of people defaulted to opting out because you could always opt in, but if you don't opt out, you can't stop it.
That's interesting because I saw that at my town, and most of the neighboring towns around here who are, well off towns have opted out.
But you could always opt back in. That's the thing.
That's interesting.
Once they if they didn't opt out, they would never have a choice again. Like, and if the rules were like, weed could be for anyone, over 16, and hours of operation are till 4:00 in the morning. It's like, it'd be like, oh, what am I supposed to do now?
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of these places, like, ironically, I think Woodstock opted out of both. Couple towns didn't. Like, I think the town Catskill, where one of the dude houses were, I think they didn't opt out. So some people just slept on it. Some people, I guess, were too high and they got opted out.
That's right. Well, I was going to say, with that weed that you're talking about, it's like, so you could be in the city smoking weed and it clearly smells like real weed, and right? But I mean.
But Tony, right now I could go smoke a real joint on the street and
not be harassed. Yeah. Okay.
Well,
I didn't know that, John. I didn't know that.
Like weed all the time now.
Listen,
I know Boston
believe
does.
you that it does, but here's the thing. It's just like, weed is weed and whatever. I don't have a problem with it. That said, you can't stand on the street corner or go to your kid's Little League game and sit there swigging 40s or banging a bottle of,
but you can't drink
Jack
in public.
Daniels.
You can't
That's
drink
what I'm
in public.
saying.
Yeah.
There's
an open container rule. There's not an open joint rule.
That's what I was kind of surprised that people aren't just like, look, I don't want to have to, I don't care what you do, legalize it. I don't care what you do. But you know what? I don't want you standing out there drinking a quart of whiskey, and I don't want you standing there pulling on a bong in front of my kids either, on a street corner.
I also don't want you dropping F-bombs during the Little League game too. Right? It's not against the law, but people are going to go, you're an asshole.
Yeah, I know, but it's more, but this is still it still is regulated, right? That's a taxed thing that you're holding in your hand, but someone's making money on, there's some right? It's not completely independent the way cigarettes are also paying. They have to go and pay money into a tax thing.
Weed is.
Eric Gardner had to die for it, for crying out loud. For selling loose cigarettes because it's regulated. It's regulated.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I know what you're saying. But they're saying the rules aren't out there for weed yet. But small. You're allowed to hold it. You're allowed to It's
surprising that that's allowed. So the cops who I've seen that I'm friendly with,
you can't smoke in parks in the city. That's the thing, is you can't smoke. It's the same rules as cigarettes.
They're unwritten. See, what's written and what's unwritten is the question, because these guys who are cops will tell me we have been told, so weed is still, quote, illegal in New Jersey, and you still can't walk around smoking a joint like you just said that you could in New York. That said, they are not doing anything about it whatsoever. I've been around enough cops and enough people. There was a place where we were doing some engineering work, and it was outside. These Rastafarians come out of this Whole Foods that's there, and they walk 100 feet down the sidewalk. They don't make a big show of it. It's not but they just very quietly stand there. They have a couple of blasts and off they go. But I mean, it reeks like, it's just like, it's just
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
crow.
You can't,
and the police don't,
doesn't it? If it's not you smoking it,
they don't
isn't it amazing
care.
how it smells? Yeah.
They're just like, like I'm not, like we were told, just we're not prosecuting this. That's it. It's just not worth our time. It's not worth the effort. It's not worth anything. And furthermore, we don't care. So, but it still is not legal. It's still in New Jersey. It's still being bandied about. It was something that Phil Murphy said he was going to do in his first 100 days in office. Well, we're in his second term now, and it's still not legal.
All right. I think the state legislature has been the difficulty of it. You're listening to the 420 Report, a new segment we have here on the Beatdown. This is episode 14 of season 2, and we want to thank you for listening. Beatdown is available on Apple, Google, Castbox, and Stitcher. Subscribe to us and know when a new episode is available. And as always, please give us a review. We could use the help. It helps.
Listen responsibly.
Enjoy it responsibly and listen responsibly.
Get high and listen to it. It's a lot of fun.
There you go. Hey, John's got our new sponsor. What's the name of that product again?
Dad grass. There's also mom grass too.
For real?
Yeah. Dad grass, mom grass. They're big on the t-shirts and everything too. And
are there different? Does the mom one have a different THC?
I don't think so. No, they all have to be
the packaging.
Less than 2%, so I don't know. I really don't know what the difference is.
Would you buy a second pack?
No. I don't know if I'm going to finish these.
Well, hang on to them. I want bring them up to
I bet they will still be around by Dude Fest. But
that's what I mean. Bring it up.
It's like smoke. That's the thing is it's harsh. It's like it's harsher than smoking a cigarette. So it's kind of like inhaling a cigar, like a Tiparillo.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll bring my non-alcoholic beer and I'll smoke one of those. That's what I'm saying.
And then you'll ask yourself, what am I doing this for? I'm getting
why am I destroying my lungs?
This Dude Fest coming up, we all kind of, keep ourselves in line enough so that we can, all enjoy each other's company. How's that?
This new space is going to have, the new place is going to have a lot of space, right?
Oh, yes. We got a record store.
Yeah. And a pool table in there.
We got a record store nearby? Or there's a record.
Yeah. Oh, Stu's Records, man. Stu of Brooklyn.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You did mention that. Yeah. Guy right down the block. And we got and how far away did you say Westkill was?
You're in Westkill. The brewery itself.
No, I'm saying
miles.
where's it's 5 miles. You said
it's right down the end of the road. Yeah.
We'll go there. I know you love it.
I love it.
You always give me such a hard time about not loving it. And yet, I just said I'm more ambivalent about it than I am, a hater. It's like I do like the last time I was there, they had a sour that was delicious.
Sours, man. Yes, they're good.
Yeah. I was there.
Brewmaster John.
The bummer is they've got some tabbouleh and rolled grape leaves for $17.
What, you got something against grape leaves? Oh, we'll bring our own.
Food they bring in food because of their licensing. I'm sure they can't serve food. They can do cheese plates and and this and that but they don't have. So they bring in food trucks. They bring in outside vendors, and they get like $1 million for for stuff that you're just kind of like.
It's all that. It's not them. It's the food truck. It's the woman comes in from Kingston with her food truck and. Yeah, it'll cost you like $20 to eat. Yeah. But hey, you're in the woods for God's sakes with good beer.
John,
what do you want? Bring your own.
I'm gonna see you. We're gonna see you this Sunday, right? On the slopes.
I actually, Tony, we should talk about that. It is friggin' boring. I don't know if there's gonna be any snow left. It's really.
Don't tell me that. We got
it's horrible. Well, we're not that far away from each other. It's 50 degrees and raining here.
Yeah, I know. It is. Yeah. It's 60. Hit 60 here, but it's supposed to get cold again by tomorrow night.
So that's the thing.
Be ice.
It is. There are inches of water on the ground right now, and then right now, the slopes. It's 9 a.m. on Saturday morning. It is going to be 25 degrees. Feels like 3. That is what they're saying. Or 17 feels like 3.
Yeah.
You know, and it's I mean, it's going to be ice. That's why I'm actually going to make the call whether or not